More Than a Married Couple But Not Lovers or Fuufu Ijou episode 3. Sometimes I get the feeling that I'm saying that name wrong, so if in any of the past reviews or if I do reviews of the anime in the future, sorry if I say the name wrong, but I don't know, sometimes I get that feeling. But anyways, episode 3. This episode, again, very tense, very high stakes, a lot of drama, a lot of interaction, a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, and I'm liking this. Like I said in the past review, in the episode 2 review, the whole feeling of the anime, of Fuufu Ijou is really good in my opinion, because every episode that you see, every episode that you can expect, a lot of drama, a lot of tense moments, a lot of good interaction between the characters. So man, I gotta say, the anime until now, until the third episode, has been outstanding. But yeah, again, getting straight into the episode review, this third episode furthered the relationship between Akari and Jirou. I guess this is not something surprising to say, because I guess this is going to be the theme throughout the whole anime, that each episode they're going to further advance the relationship in one way or another. In one episode it could be that they are doing good things, falling in love, doing things that couple does, but in other episodes it could be that they have mini fights, that they have disagreements and things of that nature. And even though it might sound that they are not advancing the relationship, in that case it is actually the case that they are actually advancing the relationship, because those sort of things are just as important as having your typical episode where they have their sweet time, where they're advancing the relationship by doing good things and having fun. But again, having disagreements, fights, and things of that nature are also really important, because they get to know each other better in those sort of fights. They get to know the nature of the other person. So yeah, this is the case for this episode, that they have a fight. I guess you can say not even a mini fight, they have a fight, because the fight goes on many days. So yeah, I guess you cannot call it a mini fight when the fight goes on throughout many days and make their points fall. So yeah, again, the episode starts with basically Akari trying to improve her cooking skills, because she's trying to impress Minami with her cooking skills. And then she gets the realization when Shiori comes to visit that Shiori can also cook, and she can cook sweet things, and that Minami likes sweet things. And then at that moment Akari realizes that, well, what does she have over Shiori? What does she have over any other sort of growth that makes her better than other growths in order for Minami to like her? She realizes that maybe she's not that good of a match. Maybe she's not that competent to basically make Minami fall in love with her, and she's feeling down, and she starts doubting herself. If I could describe that moment in one word, is that she's not feeling too good with herself. Her self-image is not really that great. And then of course she asks Jirou what is good about her, and then Jirou starts to sort of blunder, because he doesn't know how to properly answer the question that Akari just threw at him. And because of this, he sort of again fumbles. He doesn't really know how to describe how he's feeling, and he says sort of something not really bad, but given the situations that they were in, I guess you can sort of say that it was interpreted in a bad way. It is not so much what he said, but the action that he did that basically made them fall apart with each other. Basically at that moment Akari was in a moment of weakness. She was feeling down, and because of this she sort of, I guess you can say, threw herself at Jirou, because she was in a moment of weakness, and Jirou almost fell into, I was going to say that trap, but it is not really a trap, to be honest. He almost fell into the moment, but again he stopped himself. He realized that what they were going to do was something wrong, that this is not something that normal people that are not even a couple should do. And couple, I mean boyfriend and girlfriend. He realizes this, and because of this Akari sort of misinterprets this in a bad way, because she thinks that she's not attractive. She thinks that Jirou doesn't think too much of her, and I guess they sort of fall off, mainly because they both have different interpretations of what happened at that moment. I think Akari thought that Jirou didn't think too much of her, and again she's embarrassed because of the moment that just had happened between them two. So it's sort of two things that are bugging right now Akari's mind, which is she thinks that Jirou doesn't find her attractive, and she also is embarrassed of the whole moment that they just had, and Jirou thinks that basically he did something wrong. I guess he doesn't really know what he did wrong, but he does know that something bad happened at that moment, and he basically has to apologize even though he sort of doesn't know how to do it. And then later in the episode he comes to the realization that what he did wrong was that he basically interpreted or saw Akari as the person she wasn't really. Again, Akari is a complex character. She's not this simply gal character that is typical of anime. She's more complex than she appears to be, and I think that is what Jirou realizes at that moment. That is what he thinks he did wrong in that moment, that maybe I think he thought that he treated her too simply or simple-minded. I guess it's a little bit more complex to really analyze and think what Jirou was thinking at that moment that he thought he did wrong. But again, at least that is what he thinks he did wrong, that he basically saw Akari, well, not as the correct person she is, but as something else. And yeah, basically we have the days passing on and they haven't fixed things, and because of this their points suffer and they go down in the rankings. And she already realizes this, and she basically asks Jirou what has happened between them two, between Akari and him. And of course Jirou tells her that, well, basically they had a fight, that they're not in the best terms right now, and she already is jealous because now they're in that stage that they're even having fights, that they're even having disagreements, and that those fights are making them to feel sort of down. It is not so much that they had a fight, but again it does add to the pile of things that are making Shiori jealous. It is not so much that, but it is the effects that that fight had on Akari and Jirou, because that fight made them feel, uneasy, made them feel sad, made them feel worried for the other person. Akari is worried for Jirou and Jirou is worried for Akari. And of course she already realizes that at the moment, that not only that they had a fight, which is normally something that will not happen between two people that are not really interested in each other, because if you're not really interested in the other person, why would you even have a fight for if you don't have anything to fight for? She realizes this, and further to that, she realizes that that fight is also having negative effects on Jirou and Akari, that he's feeling down, that he's worried for Akari, that he wants to fix up things with Akari. And because of this, Shiori is feeling jealous because she wants to be in the position that Akari is in. I know it's sort of weird that Shiori wants to be in the position that Akari is in, even though they just had a fight, but she realizes that it is more than a fight that Jirou and Akari are experiencing right now. She knows that they're probably sort of, in that stage where they're slowly starting to like each other, and that is the reason why they are having these fights, why they are worried for each other and things of that nature. And that is the reason why she wants to be in the shoes of Akari, not because she wants to fight with Jirou, but because she realizes that that fight is bigger than it appears to be. And yeah, at the end of the episode, Jirou and Akari basically fix up things. They have a talk. Basically, Jirou speaks up his mind. He says all the things that he wanted to say to Akari but couldn't say until that moment. So he basically said that of course he does find her attractive, that he realizes that she's more complex than he was judging her as. He apologizes and he says that he wants to continue to be a couple with her. And it is sort of dramatic the way he's basically sort of confessing his, I guess you can say, feelings to her, the way he's apologizing to her. It is sort of as they are more than just, this married couple. And he realizes this because even Akari sort of laughed and making fun of Jirou, because she realizes that Jirou is taking things very seriously. Not that Akari is not taking things seriously either, because although she is laughing, deep down I think everybody agrees that she appreciated the way Jirou handled things, the way Jirou confessed his feelings feeling that he had at the moment that when Jirou sort of apologized to her. And then we have this scene where Akari basically lets out. I don't know if she wanted to do that. I don't think that is the case because we have a scene further in the episode that hints that she didn't want to really say that, but she blurted out, she let out that she liked Jirou. This is something that she had the feeling that she had something that she had to say at that moment. And what that shows us, the viewer, is that Akari is slowly but surely falling in love with Jirou, because it shows us that Akari said that in the heat of the moment. This is not something that was calculated, that she was saying just because she wanted to manipulate Jirou or some sort of thing. No, this is actually something that she felt at that moment, that she really liked Jirou. And yeah, this is a way of showing us that the relationship is getting deeper and deeper into a territory where they are going to soon realize that they like each other. You have in one half Jirou basically feeling uneasy, wanting to try to fix up things with Akari, basically sort of confessing and having this really dramatic scene at the end of the episode where he wants to fix up things and where he confesses what he's feeling like. And then on the other hand, you have Akari basically in a way saying that she likes Jirou. So yeah, you have these two moments that shows us that they both really do care for each other at this moment in time in the anime. So yeah, pretty good scene to be honest, and that is how the episode ends, with them two fixing up things and with Akari realizing that she blurted out, that she said out loud that she really liked Jirou. But yeah, I mean, a really good third episode. I really have been liking how the anime has been handling itself at the moment. But yeah, I mean, that is my episode review of the third episode, and I guess I'll see you all in the next episode review if I do one.